ලොවට පියකු අවශ්‍යයි. දේව ගරුබිය ඇති පියවරු ලෝකෙට අවශ්‍යයි. නිවැරදි දේව බය ඇතිව සිටින පියවරු සමාජය තුළ මේ ලෝකය තුළ සිටිනකොට බිහි වෙනකොට ස්වර්ග රාජ්‍ය මේ පොළොව තලය වෙතට ගෙන එන්නට පියවරු හැටියට අපිට පුළුවන් වෙනවා ප්‍රියමන්ත පියවරුනි. ඒ තුළ මහත් වූ සමාජ පරිවර්තනයක් පවුල් පරිවර්තනයක් කිරීමට අපට හැකියාව ලැබෙනවා. මේ ලොවට පියෙක් අවශ්‍යයි වැඩමුළුවේ තුන්වන පාඩම තුළ හැම මිනිස්සෙකුගේම ජීවිතයේ හැම වකවානුවක්ම වැදගත් බවත් සුවිශේෂ බවත් ඒත්තු ගන්වනවා. ඒ සුවිශේෂ ජීවිතයේ ඒ වකවානු වලදී අම්මා කෙනෙකුගෙන් ලැබෙන මානසික මතකයන් තාත්තා කෙනෙකුගෙන් ලැබෙන මානසික මතකයන් ඉතාමත් වැදගත්. ඒ මතකයන් තුළින් දරුවෙකුගේ අනාගතය තීරණය වෙන බව අපි මතක තබා ගත යුතුව තිබෙනවා. පියෙක් විදිහට පියෙකුගෙන් ලැබෙනා වූ ධනාත්මක ප්‍රවණතාවයන් පියෙකුගෙන් ලැබෙනා වූ දේව ගතිගුණ දරුවෙකුගේ ජීවිතයට ඇතුල් වෙනකොට දරුවගේ ජීවිතය දෙවියන් වහන්සේ එක්ක යන ගමනක් බවට පත් වෙනවා. ඒ නිසා ප්‍රියවන්ත අයවරුනි, ඒ දරුවෙකුගේ ජීවිතයේ ඒ සුවිශේෂ ඒ වකවානු වලදී පියෙක් හැටියට ඔබගේ වගකීම සිදු කරනවාද යන්න අපි කල්පනා කරලා බලන්න අවශ්‍යයි. එසේ කිරීමට ඔබටත් මටත් දෙවියන් වහන්සේගේ කරුණාව ලබා දෙන සේක්වා. ආමෙන්.
Hi viewers, world needs a father. It is indeed a great call. During lockdown, most of us have experienced how important is our family. How much we have seen fulfillment, joy, happiness and everything. But a thought came to my mind. We are highly worried about our children and we give protection, we give a lot of care, we try to feed them with best and we try to see that they are brought up in a manner that they learn about God and godly values. But after everything, these children one day have to go on their own. But when they go on their own, we know for sure that they need to be in the society with all others. In the recent past, you have seen many things happening in and around the world. Even though if we send good and children who are brought up with God-fearing nature, there are people out there who can make our children so vulnerable. They can harm them and they can even kill them. Who is responsible for those lives? If you read stories of these children, these young persons and adults, it is surprising to note these lives are from broken families. They were not cared by their fathers, mothers, and they were not given what they wanted for humanity and to live a life that is worthy for everyone. Therefore, world needs a father. It's fatherly role and it's a godly affair that we need to engage in. We need to continue this not only for our children but for all the children in this world. Let us take this moment forward. May God bless you.
ප්‍රේමවන්ත සහෝදර සහෝදරවරුනි, පියෙකුගේ අනන්‍යතාවය තහවුරු කිරීම. තාත්තා කෙනෙක් කියන්නේ කවුද? තාත්තා කෙනෙක් කියන්නේ නායකයෙක්, පුහුණුකරුවෙක් සහ මඟ පෙන්වන්නෙක්. නායකයෙක් කියන්නේ බලපෑමක් ඇති කරන්න පුළුවන් කෙනෙක්. දිව්‍යන් වහන්සේගේ ආධිපත්‍යය නිරූපණය කළේ යේසුස් වහන්සේ. එයයි අපගේ අනන්‍යතාවය. ලුක් සුභාරංචියේ 9 පරිච්ඡේදයේ 35 වෙනි පදයේ කියනවා, එවිට මේ මාගේ පුත්‍රයාණෝය, මේ මා තෝරාගත් තනත්තාණෝය, මොහුට සවන් දෙන්නයි වලාකුළෙන් හඬක් නික්මිනි. දිව්‍යන් වහන්සේ තම එකම පුතා පිළිබඳව අනන්‍යතාවයක් ලබා දෙනවා. එනිසා සහෝදරය, අපේ ජීවිතයේදී, අපේ පෞල් ජීවිතයේදී ඉතාමත් වැදගත් ස්ථානයක් පියෙක් ගන්නවා. මන්ද දරුවන්ට දෙවියන් වහන්සේ යේසුස් වහන්සේට ලබා දුන්න අනන්‍යතාවයෙන් දරුවන්ට අනන්‍යතාවය ලබා දෙනවා. එය පියෙකුගේ හදවතින්ම දරුවන්ට ලබා දිය යුතුයි. තමන්ගේ යාඥා ජීවිතයේ කරන කොටගෙන, දේවවචනයේ කරන කොටගෙන, ක්‍රිස්තියානි වටිනාකම් කරන කොටගෙන බොහෝ වගකීම් රාශියක් මේ අනන්‍යතාවයේ මත මේ තාහුරු කිරීම තුළ පියෙකුට තිබෙන බව පියා තේරුම් ගත යුතුයි. ඒ කර්තව්‍ය, ඒ කාර්යය කරන්නට පවුලක් තුළින් පියෙක් ලෙස දරුවන්ව මඟ පෙන්වන්නට ඔබ හදුවා තිබෙනවා. ඒට කීකරුවෙමු අනන්‍යතාවය තුළ. ජේසුස්.
Hi, my name is Gershon Arulanandam. Today we are going to look at chapter 5 of World Needs a Father training program, The Real Manhood or The Real Fatherhood. So now we in this chapter come to the identity of the father, the real man. How much each of us are modeled by the thinking of this world where this subject is concerned. Who is the real man in today's standards? Who is a real man? It's an important question to ask. In order to answer this question, we must ask a few more questions. Who is a real man? Is the man, and is it about his position he holds, or is it about what he has earned or his net worth, which is often at the expense of the marriage, children, and meaningful close relationships? Is he a person who seeks power, personal power, usually in the marketplace? Who is a real man? Then we find that all these definition about man is just the surface. It is not about the man's conviction, values, and character. I just want you to hold on to this statement. This statement says, a real man is a man who courageously holds and stands by his conviction in challenging times. A real man who holds and courageously stands by his convictions in challenging times. The first problem we find about men is that when they get into their groups or their peer, they seem to be sacrificing their values and what they stand for. So this statement challenges that. So we look at the cost of being a man, a real man. So we are called to be a people of conviction, not to conform to anything, of moral nobility, not just for social respectability. We are commanded to live differently and according to higher loyalty, that is to God. This was said none other than by Martin Luther King Jr. Now let's consider this question. What does God intends man to be? God made man and also woman in the image of himself. Therefore, the best picture of God in creation is mankind. So what does this mean to man? God wanted to extend heaven on earth, manifest His glorious character, establish His rule on earth. So man had to reflect God in this world. He gets his identity from God. He knows that God holds him as his precious child. Then he reflects the identity to others. So he gets his identity from God and reflects the identity to others. He acts in such a way that others are built up, not destroyed. So a real man rejects passivity and has energy to implement things. Like God, real man is an initiator, has an agenda, has a plan, and his life is organized. So out of this we get some thoughts. A real man is someone who lifts the bar for himself and others. And he will take up responsibility and go towards executing it very sincerely and intentionally. So that means the real man takes ownership of any situation he is put in. So out of this very brief study, we come to 4 conclusions about the Father and who the Father is and what is his identity. So let's apply these thoughts into our family. There are 4 responsibilities. The Father has to take ownership, establish God's rule, confer God's identity, and establish this in the children, so who they can be. And Father brings in security of God, and Father will affirm the potential to all. So please hold on to these 4 thoughts as we go to the other chapters. A Father establishes the authority of God, a Father confers the identity to his children, a Father will provide security to his family, and a Father will affirm potential to all. This is the end of the chapter. Thank you very much.
உலகத்துக்கு ஒரு தந்தை தேவை. வேதம் கூறுகிறது அன்பிலே பயம் இல்லை என்று சொல்லி. எங்களுடைய பிள்ளைகளிடத்திலே நாங்கள் காட்டுகிற அன்பிலே பயம் இருக்கிறதா? அல்லது அந்த பிள்ளைகள் எங்களிடத்திலே வருவதற்கு தயங்குகிறார்களா? அப்படி தயங்குவார்கள் என்று சொன்னால் அந்த அன்பிலே ஏதோ ஒரு பயம் இருக்கிறது, அல்லது அந்த அன்பிலே ஏதோ ஒரு குறைபாடு இருக்கிறது என்று சொல்லித்தான் நான் கருதுகிறேன். ஏனென்று சொன்னால் தேவன் எங்களிடத்திலே அந்த பயமற்ற அன்பை எங்களுடைய பிள்ளைகளிடத்திலே காட்டுவதற்காக எங்கள் ஒவ்வொருவரையும் அழைத்திருக்கிறார். அதற்கு அவர் தாமே தம்முடைய அன்பை எங்களிடத்திலே பயமின்றி காட்டுவதற்காக எங்களை அழைத்திருக்கிறார். அன்பார்ந்த தகப்பன்மார்களே, கடந்த கோவிட்-19 அல்லது கொரோனா காலத்திலும் கூட உங்களுடைய பிள்ளைகளிடத்திலே நீங்கள் விளையாடுவதற்கு அல்லது நீங்கள் காலம் செலுத்துவதற்கு, அவர்களை உண்மை அவதானிப்பதற்கு உங்களுக்கு ஒரு காலம் கிடைத்திருக்கும் என்று நான் விசுவாசிக்கிறேன். இது சில நேரங்களிலே அது ஒரு ஆசீர்வாதமான காலமாகவும் இருந்திருக்கும் என்று நான் விசுவாசிக்கிறேன்.
தந்தையின் பணியிலே நாங்கள் தெரிந்து கொள்ளப்பட வேண்டிய முக்கியமான ஒரு காரியம் என்னவென்று சொன்னால், பிள்ளைகளின் ஆற்றலை நாங்கள் உறுதிப்படுத்த வேண்டும் தந்தையர்களாய். எப்படி என்று சொன்னால், நாங்கள் எங்களுடைய பிள்ளைகளை 6 வயதிலே தாய் மாத்திரமல்ல, எங்களுக்கு தெரியும் தாயோடு அவர்கள் அதிகமாக இணைந்திருப்பார்கள். ஆனால் தந்தையின் முக்கியமான பொறுப்பு என்ன? ஆற்றலை நாங்கள் அந்த பிள்ளைகளுடைய அறிவை, அவர்களுடைய விருப்பங்களை நாங்கள் முதல் 6 வயதிலே அவர்கள் எங்கள் மத்தியிலே ஓடி வரும் பொழுதோ, எங்களை அணைக்கும் பொழுது நாங்கள் அவர்களை உற்சாகப்படுத்த வேண்டும். ஆற்றலை இனம் கண்டு அவர்களை, நீ ஒரு நல்ல காரியத்தை செய்கிறாய், நன்றாய் கற்றுக்கொள்கிறாய் என்று சொல்லி நாங்கள் உறுதிப்படுத்த முடியும். அதுக்கு பிறகு அவர்கள் வயது மாறி வரும் பொழுது 6 வயது 8 வயதிலிருந்து 10 வயது போகும் பொழுது அவருடைய அழகை பார்த்து நீ நன்றா இருக்கின்றாய், ஒரு மகனாய் இருந்தாய், நீ நல்ல பலனாய் இருக்க என்று சொல்லி நாங்கள் சொல்ல வேண்டும். அதே போல அவர்களுடைய டீனேஜ் காலங்களிலே நாங்கள் அவர்களுக்கு அந்த பெண் பிள்ளைகளாக இருந்தால் நாங்கள் சொல்ல வேண்டும், நீ அழகா இருக்கிற, நீ நல்ல ஒரு பொறுப்புள்ள பிள்ளையா இருக்கிற சொல்லி அவர்களை ஆதரிக்க வேண்டும். ஆற்றலை நாங்கள் உறுதி செய்யும் பொழுது தகப்பனாய் அந்த பிள்ளைகளுடைய பாதுகாப்பின் சூழலிலே அந்த பிள்ளைகள் வளர்க்கப்படுவார்கள். அது முக்கியமான ஒரு காரியமே. எங்களுடைய டீனேஜ் வயதில் இருக்கிற பிள்ளைகளிடத்திலே நாங்கள் அவர்களோடு எங்களுடைய அன்பை பரிமாறிக்கொண்டு அவர்களுடைய ஆற்றல்களை நாங்கள் உறுதி செய்யும் பொழுது, அஃபர்மேஷன் அவைகளை நாங்கள் செலுத்தும் பொழுது, அந்த பிள்ளைகளுக்கு எங்களுக்குள்ளே தாங்களிலே ஒரு நல்ல தலைவனாக வேண்டும், என்னுடைய தகப்பன் கற்றுக் கொடுத்தது ஒரு நன்மையான காரியம், என்னுடைய ஆற்றலை என் தகப்பன் உறுதிப்படுத்துகிறார் என்று சொல்லும் பொழுது அவர்கள் மத்தியிலே ஒரு பாதுகாப்பான சூழ்நிலை உருவாகும். அவை அனைத்துக்குமே தகப்பனே முக்கியமான காரணம் வகிக்கின்றார். ஏன்னா பாதுகாப்பை கொடுப்பது தகப்பன் மாத்திரம் அல்ல, அதோடு கூட பாதுகாப்பின் நிமித்தம் நாங்கள் பாதுகாப்பாய் இருக்கிற சூழ்நிலையிலே வளர்க்கப்படுகின்றோம். அதன் மூலமாக அவர்களுக்கு தைரியம், ஒரு நல்ல தலைவனாக முடியும். எல்லா சூழ்நிலைகளிலும் அவர்களுக்கு நல்ல தீர்மானங்களை எடுக்கக்கூடிய பிள்ளைகளாய் அவர்கள் வருவார்கள். இதிலே நாங்கள் பார்க்கின்ற கடைசியான காரியம் என்னவென்று சொன்னால், தகப்பனுடைய முக்கியமான ஒரு நோக்கம் ஆற்றலை இனங்கண்டு அதன்படி அந்த பிள்ளைகளுடைய வழியிலே நாங்கள் அவர்களை நடத்தி செல்லும் பொழுது அவர்கள் ஒரு சரியான தலைமைத்துவத்திலே தீர்மானம் எடுக்கக்கூடிய பிள்ளைகளாய் இருப்பார்கள். நன்றி. கர்த்தர் தாமே உங்கள் அனைவரையும் ஆசீர்வதிப்பாராக. தந்தையர் தினத்துக்காக நாங்கள் உங்கள் அனைவரையும் வாழ்த்துகிறோம். God bless you.